What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Strength Solutions Podcast. We're on Apple, Spotify. You can rate and review us. Check us out on YouTube. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe, like, and share. Like I share feelings with this guy every day. Aww. And then our website is Strength Solutions Podcast. As of right now, we have gift cards on our website, strengthsolutionspodcast.com. And check out and take a free assessment at our Strength Solutions studio as well. Then if you're looking for an email future fitness questions, strengthsolutionspodcast@gmail.com. And then Strength Solutions Podcast for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Strength Solutions Edwin.
I'm Strength Solutions Nathaniel.
Okay, dude. Let's do this.
Let's get it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mariachi time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, my baby don't mess around.
First of all, did you listen to the song that I gave you? You didn't do your homework.
You didn't even send it to me. You never sent it to me.
I put it on the Instagram page.
No, I need it directly sent to me.
Okay, I'm going to send it directly to you. Well, then I'll give you 2 for this week.
Okay, I'll take 2.
And someone messaged me, that's a friend of yours, that I need to teach you about Boys the Men.
Ooh, who was it?
I'll tell you off the podcast because I don't know if they want me to mention their name.
Okay.
And then, anyways, we're a fitness podcast. So let's get to fitness. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Someone recently has asked me, like, oh, can you teach me how to do a backflip?
Oh, okay.
And recently I was thinking, okay, we don't really talk about body weight exercises, building muscle, doing different things, and what body weight exercises are actually really good at.
Yeah.
And how do we progress those body weight exercises too?
Yeah, that too.
So let's talk about, like, when you're a youth and you're younger. I wish that I would have started out with gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you could build that foundation of learning how to move your body overall, learning how to flip, learning how to turn, your proprioception's a lot better. Your awareness in space is so good that you can literally do whatever you want.
And you know what's funny? I'll take like a different turn on this too, is that I feel like it's it's like a disservice to like young boys. I feel like also because I feel like girls get put in gymnastics a lot. Right. But boys, you play football or you play baseball or something like that. And then you just go down that route and thinking about the training that you do for those types of sports and stuff. You're in the weight room with the guys, doing all these like, and I know there's a lot of athleticism involved with that as well, but you don't just get that foundation of just learning how to move your body in different planes, like you said, your proprioception, all that stuff.
And it makes you hyper aware of how your body moves because you have to be. Like a lot of people we get right now and they've never lifted in their life. You tell them to do this, they're like, I can't feel that.
Right. Yeah,
they have no awareness around their body.
Yeah.
And it takes us time to get there.
Yeah. I mean, just as simple as like squeezing your shoulder blades together, like doing a row or something like that. I see people and they're like, it's like, man, it's crazy that, a lot of people do have issues even just doing such a, what we think is like a simple, body mechanic.
And you can build a good amount of muscle doing it. Look at gymnastic athletes. They have a bunch of muscle. They don't lift a lot. No. But it's repetitive and it's about being more and more difficult. So let's take a squat as a progression, right? If I ask somebody, it's just like, let's squat in a chair. Let's make it a little bit deeper. Now let's make it a little bit more explosive and try to jump
the chair away. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just like slowly add to your squat over time. Push-ups, same concept. You can start on an incline and you build yourself up and you're going to build muscle that way. I think too many times people think I got to do like 1,000 reps, but there's ways to make things body weight movement wise, right? Eventually with the squat, you could go into a single leg pistol squat. Yeah.
I think another good aspect of like body weight mechanics or gymnastics, things like that is the benefit of static movements, right? Like holding positions, things like that, like, and how you do get a lot of strength benefits from doing things like that, especially around the core. Again, I know I'm taking gymnastics, for example, but it's like holding on the rings or being on the horse and like holding an L sit, things like that, and having like that extreme core strength or shoulder mobility. You see them flip around a million times, and it's like, that's a different kind of strength, around the shoulder joint that, just doing an overhead press or something like that isn't exactly going to replicate.
And this is probably more natural for generations before because kids would climb trees. Yeah. They would swing from tree to tree and jump tree. They would jump and flip on the ground, so they constantly move like that. It's just not normal today. And I think with gymnastics too, what it can help is literally take you from A to B, which is what we try to do a lot of times with clients, is literally like, can I just like we get older client, just can I walk without any assistance?
Yeah.
So when you get older and you still have these like skills that you developed younger, it'll translate when you're older.
Oh yeah.
A lot more. Why don't you believe me when I'm always right?
It's hard because I'm always right. What do we do?
No, I'm just kidding. Because you're going to be wrong the rest of your life.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Okay. That's a good one.
That is good. Yeah, it's funny. Everybody's responses has been different to what happened over the weekend. Just for everybody to know, I got engaged. I said yes. I said yes.
I said yes to the dress.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be a bridezilla, man. Yeah, we got engaged over the weekend, man. What a crazy experience. I don't think I've ever been. I can't remember being that nervous about something in a long time. It's like standing there shaking, feeling like a dummy, and like it was funny because as I was like saying my little speech and stuff like that. After I was done, I just kind of...
Did you start out your speech 7 years ago?
I stood, or I was like kneeling, right? And I was like there for a second, just like staring at her. And I was like, does she just say yes? Like, what happens? And I was like, oh, wait, I forgot to ask. I was like, what? I know I'm supposed to say something.
So now I got to get with Camille and hear her point of view.
I know. I want to hear her point of view too. I was like, I wonder what it was like.
She was like, I was sweaty as shit. I was tired.
Yeah, I hate this place. I don't want to be here.
It's not a very enchanted type of run.
Yeah, this is a dumb place to do it. But yeah, man, what a wild experience. Shout out to Miguel and Cass for being there and capturing the moment, and also, helping me fabricate the last 2 months of Camille's life. She's been living a lie for a little while because I was just lying about everything.
Lies. I
was like, you better be careful, man.
That's not a way to start a relationship.
Yeah, I was like, we're starting this off on like 400 different lies right now. I don't know what's real, what isn't.
We're in the Matrix anyways.
Yeah, your reality is a sham.
So I was watching sports this weekend and I've been thinking a lot about like whether it was education, everything like that. And there's no room for people to grow. They don't give time. We have that like No Child Left Behind. I'm a big proponent of like, if you fail, you should be held back. Because maybe it's not your time to move forward yet, right?
Like isn't that the right thing to do too? Because I almost feel like it's a disservice to push them on. Yeah,
because now they're going to be behind, and then you expect them to literally catch up at what point?
At what point? How is this supposed to happen? Or you're also holding back everybody else, right? Because they can't move on as quickly.
But I was doing it because I was thinking about it too, because I was watching sports, and George Sanders was on the field.
Whoa.
Pitch is soccer. He was on the field, and they were all cheering, and he didn't have the greatest debut. He's a rookie, right? And it's amazing to me because there has been rookies in the league that like excelled, right?
They just go.
And then there's been these guys who've been first round picks, and now they're excelling with other teams. And it just shows you like some people just need time to grow.
Yeah.
And that society's built right now in a way of like right now, which does not benefit a majority of people. Because I would argue a lot of men really don't benefit from that, because from a mental standpoint, we grow much later.
We mature later on.
I mean, I don't know how many times I talk to older male clients and they're like, I was at least like 28, 30 till like I really like settled down in my brain and I really I mean, you're probably starting to feel it. Like now you're starting to feel like
it is funny. Yeah. Cause I mean, I look back, and even though I had a kid early and things like that, and maybe that did help with maturity a little bit, but I was still young and dumb, and just making bad decisions or not able to like stand up for myself in the way that I hoped I could and stuff like that. But I do feel a pretty major difference in the way that I think or perceive things and stuff like that. But it's also funny because talking about like maturing, it's funny because we got clients who are guys, right, who are like of all ages, and it's like you can kind of mess with all of them the same way, you know. It's like we can still like do the same stuff and kind of access that little spot.
But there's okay, so like we still have access to that spot, but there's also this side effect of like, okay, if you want a serious conversation, I can split.
And it's funny too, because like talking to a lot of our clients and stuff like that, we will do that, right? We'll like be like joking, ha ha ha, laughing, and then just like boom, right there. It's like now that the conversation tone has totally changed, and you can also go right back into it again. Right. And it's just funny how that works.
I just think we need time to grow. And I think people like, even like businesses, people expect businesses to go like that. People expect like, oh, you're married, your relationship is going to be good like that. Like everything takes time to grow and takes work. And I think we're doing a disservice in education by like pushing kids forward. We're doing a disservice with athletes by pushing into leagues that they're not ready or whatever. Just like in general, or pushing people to college when it might have been better for me to wait 2 years and then go to college. Yeah. And so I think we're just doing a big disservice of like not letting growth happen naturally. Yeah. Which leads me to the effect of all because one person's really good at something, it doesn't mean it doesn't affect something else. So for example, like women on the pill affect like male testosterone, right? Male loneliness affects women's capability of getting a mate. Oh yeah. Right. But yet we want to blame this one thing over and over. And I think it's time to think, okay, if this person's get affected, how is it going to affect me or someone in my community? We're all interlocked, just like your body is. Yeah. Right. So like, I was telling you, somebody has pain in their knee. Right. And a lot of people are like, it's the hips and ankles, but it probably started from the shoulder, like for this individual. And it literally was like their shoulders hurting, so it shifted their hips, which then shifted the knee a little bit, right? And it could go multiple ways because you're all interconnected. It doesn't work one way. There's ups and downs along the way, left and right.
Yeah, and it's like for, direct example, when I had broken my left foot, dude, my right hip would kill the shit out of me, like for days and weeks and stuff during that process because I was shifting and kind of like.
Is it because you saw Bill Clinton?
I just gotta get on my knees, man.
Had a little orange spot.
Yeah, like I would shift because I wanted to take weight off of that leg, or it was just tired, and so my right hip started to hurt a lot. And if I didn't know or wasn't able to connect those things, I would just be like, oh wow, now my hip's messed up, something's going on. But I'm like, I know it's just because my left foot is broken, right? So everything is shifting and I'm changing and I'm moving and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, all of these things affect everyone else, whether it's in your body or whether it's in like society or life. I was watching this video today. This lady, I don't know, man, some of this stuff I'm like, is this fucking real or is this just like for, clicks and shit? But I think it was in Japan, this lady, now it wasn't legally recognized, but she had a wedding ceremony to marry an AI avatar that she had like created.
Did he look like Goku?
It was like an anime character.
No way.
Yeah.
I was joking.
And she was wearing like those like meta glasses. So like she could like see him in front of her, like when they were getting married.
And he was like talking back to her?
I guess, yeah. Ooh. And I was like, dude, this is just insane but like we talk about this and it's like, it has an effect on society, right?
I think people don't realize we're craving human connection.
Yeah. And it's like, we aren't getting it, or we're becoming more and more substituting it. Yeah. And we're losing that, ability to just interact with each other and stuff. But it's like, you can't just blame this one thing, right? What's happening? Why are people even thinking about marrying an AI avatar? Like, what is going on,
Yeah. And it kind of leads me to this concept of like, do doctors really care about their patients? Because I'm not saying they don't. Right. But we've tried to reach out to physicians and it's been very hard to get a connection to them. Yeah. And it's like you should build a team with physical therapists, chiropractors, other health professions to help your patients. And the reason there's a cardiovascular clinic kind of where we're at, I'm like, dude, we're literally to help people with that issue.
Yep.
You would want to build a relationship with us.
Yeah.
After we approached you, you even came up here and everything.
And then it just kind of like fell apart.
Fell apart.
And, you know, I get
it's
it.
not that
like,
they don't care. I
there's
know
like,
they're busy, but
yeah, busy stuff and everything. But it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, let's really try and make an effort to like make a difference, you know, especially in a place where I can't imagine it would be more convenient, you know? Yeah. Like, why aren't we attempting to like make these changes or things like that? And I don't know, we've dealt with so many people like networking and stuff like that. And dude, it has been damn near impossible to get anybody on board. And it's not, the thing too is I would understand if we were like, I don't know, pay us, you know, and we'll work with you, you know, we just need a cut and we'll be on retainer for you or whatever. It's like, or literally just if you have someone you think could need help, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it comes back to human connection, right? I think physicians were connected to other people in their society within their communities before. What's happening now is everything's about transaction. Like if I don't give you a patient and I don't get a client out of it, let's not do it. It's like this transaction versus what is right for the business or person. Like overall, if this person needs this kind of help, they need this kind of help. And I'm not going to just send someone to somebody just because, oh, I owe this person a referral, right?
Yeah, because that's the thing too, where I'm like, hey, you know, sorry about the difference or whatever, but it's like, I just don't think anybody's needed the service yet, you know, like, or vice versa too, you know, I understand that. But it's one of those things where it does feel transactional, right? Especially, I mean, with like situations we've been in where it's like, okay, I get what's happening. You know, like you're not
one for one.
Yeah, you're not getting what you expected. But I'm like, dude, if I send you 100 people and I get one back, fine. You know, like that's just I'm in it for the good of the individual.
Yeah, and I think that's what's lost is this community feel, getting to know your community. And that's the only reason I kind of brought it up is bring it back to this connection thing. And like if one group gets affected, it's affecting the other group, and we think we're all individuals, but we're actually interconnected a lot. Oh, yeah. We're very collective. That's why tribes were successful, right? And then that's why we grew and grew and grew. Right now we're too into, I did everything myself. If you look at studies, you need a little help from somebody at somewhere along the way, right?
I can't imagine one situation where someone did everything on their own.
But people will act like they did everything on their own.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, and I don't know. It's sad.
Yeah. And then I had another epiphany. Because you sent me this squat video about like religion lifting. What was it? Right? And, you know, I think what we need to change is like religion is not the words you use. It's not the way you praise, but it is the way you commit your actions.
You conduct yourself.
Right? Your actions mean everything. And I think people forget that because a lot of people use their words and literally lie to themselves by saying, oh, God forgives me for this, instead of taking accountability, right?
Yeah.
And they use it for a certain way. And I'm not super religious or anything like that, but if you're using it to have a scapegoat or using it for hate, right? These extreme groups, you're not really using the messaging of like religion properly, whatever religion you're in.
Yeah, it is really interesting because I think with that, you lose, it depends, right? Again, I'm not speaking to everything or everybody, but I think you go to like some congregations or some religions or whatever, and you start to listen to the person that's speaking and not the concepts. The documents that they're speaking about, right? Because I mean,
dude, like those mega churches that you see, like these big videos and these like
flying
dancing
around as fireworks.
It's supposed to be about messaging.
Yeah, it's like what is happening, and yeah, for real. And there's this guy I follow on TikTok, I believe. And,
he preaches at the gym.
Maybe, who knows? But I really do try and engage in like some religious content in a specific way.
I do all the time,
just so I can learn, right, and like understand like what is going on or why do people think this way or whatever. But there's this one guy on there who will talk about stuff like directly from in Christianity, the Bible, right? So he'll say
what
like,
version?
What language? That's a great question.
No, like these are
things
that people don't think about.
Yeah, and it's like, he'll say, oh, on the news, they spoke about this, whatever, but the Bible actually says, XYZ. And he's like, they're misconstruing it or using it in a way to, I don't know,
humans.
Yeah, to move forward, whatever they believe, or they took, one sentence out of this giant scripture that means something totally different, and it helps because I learn and I'm like, oh, okay, like now I understand what happens. But this is just how it is,
just
right?
Like, they forgot about Jesus giving to the poor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm like, dude, this guy
taking care of the sick.
Literally, all he did was this, like fought against ultimate powers for the good of humanity and didn't care, right? Whether or not it meant that he was going to gain anything. We were just talking about that just right now, right? Like about how, doing this. And it's like, that's way more like godly, right? Than anything else that anybody else would
I'll give you a perfect example. When you change that girl's tire.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
She was expecting you to like ask or get something like, no, I'm just doing this at the goodness of my heart.
And I knew it. Yeah. And it was like the thing too, where we had stopped there and I could have been like, oh, I really want to get home. I'm super tired, like whatever. But I saw her and I was like, she's probably super tired too and probably really stressed and her day just got way worse. And I was like, I'm right here and I could just go fix this for her. And so I went ahead and did it. And yeah, at the end of it, she was like, can I do anything? Can I like fill up your truck? Like whatever. And I was like, no.
Actually, can I get a slushie?
Yeah, I was like, bag of chips, maybe. No. And I knew she was going to ask, right? Because I would do the same thing, right? Like, what can I do to help you or whatever? But I was like, no, what you can do is like get home safe. Like just go home and fix your tire because it's really jacked up. But it's, and even Camila, she was like, dude, you didn't expect anything from her. Like you just went to go do it. And I was like, yeah, it's fun. It's whatever. Like it's all right.
Yeah. People think I'm crazy because like someone will come in here, they'll do a free assessment. They're like, I can't really afford training. I was like, don't worry. I'll message you every now and then. Make sure you're doing really well. Or like, I don't need your money. I need you to be successful. I want to see you succeed.
I had a friend that reached out to me about training and stuff. And I know that they like have some struggles like financially and stuff like that. And I was like, look, just tell me what you can do. And I will try to figure out what I can make work with my time and like make it worth it. Right. And so I was like, they messaged me back and forth. I think we can manage this. Okay. For that amount, I think I can work with this. And we were like, cool, that's good. And I'm like, just tell me, right? I'll make, if it means it's once a month, whatever, like, dude, that's way better than you not coming in or me not helping you or something like that. Like, oh,
it doesn't have to be like every day.
Yeah, that too, where it's like, maybe I help you create a program and you go back home and you do it on your own. Like, I think that's another thing too, where people, especially with fitness or whatever, they're like, oh, well, if I don't do it every day, then it just doesn't matter, and it's like, it's not like that, man.
Yeah,
that's not the way it is.
It's a here and there kind of thing. But I don't know if you've seen Fox News is trying to set something up.
What is that?
Okay, so on their graphic,
okay,
it was about women who want to leave the U.S.
Oh, I did see that. Yes,
but did you see the first age group? 15 to 44. When did 15 count as a woman who could leave the United States?
Also, that is a huge...
Talk about setting a precedent.
Yeah. They just want to make it look bad. Right?
No, the reason it is because the Epstein files just kind of released, right? And I'm not going to go too into it.
Sure.
But I just want to be like, look, they're already setting stuff up. That's wild.
Yeah. They're creating the context for the future, right? To be able to say like, well
15's a girl, it's a woman.
Yeah, look at this, blah, blah, blah. And it's so subtle. You don't even realize it, right? It's not even about this. It's about something completely different, like whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you just look at it and you go, okay.
Because normally I would say 18 to 44.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. What do you mean 15? Why are you even surveying girls who are 15?
And I doubt they are. They just probably put it on there.
Yeah, it's just crap, and you just...
They're in high school.
Yeah, and it's like you can't really do anything about it either. Like you can't go and, I don't know, vet their survey or whatever. And even if you did, no one cares, Like you can't... You're going to go on Reddit and post about it and it's not going to do shit, And so it just sucks. But that is weird. You got to be careful with those like subtle little things.
I can tell you what doesn't suck. Glorifying hustle culture and being on your laptop while your wife's pregnant. I sent you that video.
That's insane, dude. It's sad. I'm
not going to say who it was.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, like there becomes a part where we're so obsessed with money and constant growth that we become the cancer, and the growth becomes the ideology and the God.
Yeah.
And in your body, when cells grow infinitely, what is it called?
Cancer.
What happens to people who build muscle infinitely?
It's bad. It's not good.
What happens? There's no such thing as infinite growth.
No.
Right.
And if there is, it's bad.
And like we're chasing this infinite growth because work culture, hustle culture.
It's sad. I've always heard this like not phrase, but like just a saying, like you should be working to like support your hobbies. Right. Like we should be working to have our things at home and have fun and stuff. But we've lost that. And it's not just about hobbies too. It's like we should be doing this to support the things that matter, right? Is what that really means.
Life. Right?
Life, your family, your kids, being able to go on vacations and have fun. And
being
stuff
able
like
to give to people.
But we've lost that, right? And now it's become family comes second, right? Job comes first because, and there's a lot of reasons, right? Maybe stuff is super expensive now, so we just have to work all the time. But it's a thing where it's like we've allowed it to become this, right? We've allowed it to become this thing to where now we are like slaves to work and money and stuff like that, where we just have to continuously try to keep growing, like you said. And there's never enough growth, right? You never get enough. And that's like, we see it with like celebrities or influencers and stuff like that. And they keep reaching and reaching and reaching, and they're never happy, right? They're never happy. They're super sad.
I could tell you a long time ago, I had one client, had everything they wanted, most unhappiest person.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost the people who have, it's the people that you perceive have everything that you want who are the unhappiest, right? The people who are like, okay, for example, I just saw a post from one of the fitness influencers that I follow. And she had competed in a bodybuilding competition a while back. And she posted a picture of her like taking some photos before her first competition. And she was like, in these photos, I was tired, I was dehydrated, I was depressed, sad, like blah blah. But the grind and all the stuff, and I was like, oh man, dude, like I really thought you were going somewhere with this,
Yeah,
but it's funny.
I want to know who it is.
I'll tell you later. Yeah, it's someone that's like pretty small, but I was looking at it and I was like, dude, if people saw this and just saw a picture of her there, they'd be like, wow. Look at her physique. I want to look like that. She works so hard. She's beautiful, blah, blah. And it's like in the post, she's like, I was super unhappy right now, and it's like, what are we doing? Why do we do this? Why do we strive for these things? Just because what? I don't know. It looks good to other people. Other people want to be you. So it makes you feel better. I don't understand,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came. I think we've also been breaded like from childhood to believe one thing, but I think there's awakening coming, right? We've talked about
there's a shift, right?
To where you're starting to see the younger, like, don't work all the time. Do stuff for your life. Yeah. They're calling you lazy, but you're not lazy. You're just doing stuff that's right for you.
And I think right? Like deep inside, there's this guy that I just started following, and he does he do the splot hands like this? I'll take this for example instead. I won't say anything else, but I have a friend who recently quit their like really successful job. A lot of people would probably strive to do this job and things like that. And
every time you've mentioned it, I think people have been like, he's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And it sounds crazy, right? It sounds insane. A lot of the people I was telling today were like, huh? Like what? Because people go to school to have this job and strive and work hard and stuff. And he had done this for years. And we were talking the other day and he was like, I just got tired of it. Like I kept trying to move up and I wasn't getting compensated enough. And I get home and work and he just really, at one point he was just like, this just isn't worth it. Like, what am I doing? And he had this passion to do something else, took a huge leap, right? Quit his job, stopped, and he's doing this now. And the dude seems pretty happy, and yeah, it's stressful and it's hard and all these things, but it's like at the end of the day, with us, it's, I wouldn't trade this for anything, man. It's so worth it.
I would trade this for a new partner.
It's funny. I was talking to one of my clients the other day and he was talking about somebody else I used to train and, they were thinking back to when I was at my previous employer and he was like, Nathaniel's changed. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, I don't know. It's just since you've been here, you've just been like super happy. And I was like, what, really? And he was like, yeah, like, I don't remember you ever talking this much or laughing this much or just like being more positive. Around. Yeah. And he was like, I don't know what it was about where you were at, but you know, this suits you, you know? And I was like, dude, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Because he's friends with Bill Clinton.
Yeah. And you know, that's awesome. Yeah. I get everything I want.
Papa Bill.
Yeah. Papa.
So you mentioned something about like, couldn't move up, trying to make more money or whatever.
Right.
And I heard something today and I was like, man, this makes a lot of sense. The reason they keep wages so low is so that you won't start your own small business. Yeah. And it's just the reason why you have to pay for insurance through a business company.
I guess they give you, I don't know, that it's really a false sense of security, right? You feel like you're secure because I'm getting a paycheck. Mm-hmm. I have my health insurance. I have this.
It used to work because they were taken care of. Like they wouldn't just fire you because the stock's doing bad.
And you would, you know, get something at the end of it, right? Like get a pension or a retirement or whatever it is. But that doesn't exist anymore.
That's crazy how much has been stripped out.
You barely even get PTO or time off or anything. You know, you got to work for a whole year to get a week off. That doesn't make any sense.
So I have a client who works for a global company and she has to deal with like Europe a lot. And she was like, if Americans knew,
oh man,
what Europeans actually really got, they would think it's insane. Like it couldn't be possible that a company would be successful.
You'd riot, you know? Yeah. And I think they've, like you said earlier, brainwashed us, right, to thinking that that's impossible. Oh, well, if you had PTO every week or enough vacation time or, you know, months off of work or paternity leave or maternity leave or whatever, like the company wouldn't survive. We would never make it, you know? And it's like,
to make you feel important.
To make you feel important, right? To make you feel like you're keeping it going, right? Like we need you. But then they turn around and they're like, we could replace you like that.
You get fired like that. Yeah, right now, there's a lot of people who have the highest profits ever, and they're still laying off people.
I saw the other day, I think I forgot what article I was reading, but they were saying that like, I forgot how they worded it, but they were essentially saying like these layoffs that are happening, like this is a permanent structure. Like we're going to see this for a long time. Right. Because of AI, because of, I don't know, outsourcing or because of this.
I mean, so in New York, there's like registers that are like in camera, people working for the Philippines. I don't know if you saw that.
Whoa, what?
Which it goes back to like, yes, I get it. You want to save all this stuff, but if we take away everything from people here, who's going to spend money on you? Yeah. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like you're cutting all these jobs and then who's going to spend money on you in the United States?
Because the thing too is that like, okay, we are not supporting workers. We're supporting corporations, right? That structure supports corporations. It does not support workers. Right. And it's like, we keep, dude, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I don't know when people will like wake up, I guess, but it's like, we're supporting, they don't care about you, man. Like they care about making money in a giant corporation and keeping you working nonstop forever until you get tired. Right? And then they'll just bring in the fresh new person until they get tired and they'll just keep doing it. Whatever.
But burnout doesn't exist according to some influencer.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, you just grind. Keep your laptop open.
No, I just think the big thing is overall.
Baby came out. Here's a laptop.
There was really good things with when capitalism was ethical.
Yeah.
It's very unethical now. That's all I say.
What do they call it? Late stage capitalism?
It is. Like, I mean, it's when the greed's taken over. I was like looking at the statistics, the same amount of men who own whatever percentage of, I think it was like 40% of America, was almost the same thing it was during the Great Depression until they did the deal.
I saw today that Elon Musk is about to have more money than all of the elementary school teachers in America combined. That's not good. That's a problem.
And the problem is, like, granted, he's done a lot. He's created a lot. But if you want the problem to stop happening, like crime, have a better economic system for the majority of people, have a better healthcare system, right? Crime would go down just because people are doing better. If you want a better educational system and people to think a lot better, people are economically doing better, they can think a lot better. We talked about it, like, I used to make decisions when I didn't have as much money not as well. Like, this is unclear. It's like, I think I got to make, like, my financial like decisions were way different back then,
dude.
And people don't understand how much it clears up. Yes, this one person got out, but how many are left behind because they're stuck on a path? And obviously you've never taken a psychology class to understand like these traumas stick with you over time.
I don't know why it's just like hitting me at the moment, but it's like, you know how people are always like, oh, yeah, okay, again, for Elon Musk, for example, like he's got enough money to solve world hunger, right? Stop real quick and think about that. He has enough money to solve one of the biggest problems in the entire world and probably still have so much left over. And it's like, what's wrong with this person? Why not do that? Why not like create a utopia? Then I'd understand. Dude, give this guy all the money in the world. If he's fixing the earth, you know.
The problem is we have enough resources for everything.
Yeah.
The problem is before it was this mindset of not enough resources. And I think we've kept that animal instinct. And you don't realize that wealthy people are protecting their wealth because they still have this animal instinct subconsciously, not purposely, subconsciously, that they need to protect their income for their family in the future. When we need to develop a system in which doesn't matter what group you're born into, as long as you work hard and create something, you should benefit. But it's hard to do that when you have no way out. There's been people who are wealthy people who go like, I'm going to go homeless and I'm going to make a bunch of money. And that one guy got sick and had to quit. He was like, it's just so hard and you don't have connections.
Yeah.
Right. And so like people don't realize too, if I grow up here, it makes a huge difference because I'm by these people and I know these people and they get me in through the door where like they'll allow that one or two people in to make it. Oh, it's possible for you to get here.
Right. Look at us.
Look at us. We made it. But then they forget that it's a lot harder for other individuals. And I'm giving you like a full scope. I'm not saying that these people don't deserve more because they created more. Right. But what's the line at which we create to that's too much and you're taking away from others and you're taking away abundantly from other universities or other people in the universe. It's just it's madness that we're doing the same thing every single generation. There's a book on it, right? Every generation, every so often it's like this generation does really good. We even talk about the fall of the Roman Empire, the fall of this empire, the British one, right? Like we do the same thing over and over. And you look at history, it's like the same thing. Wealth gets to one group, then people at the bottom start getting mad, and all of a sudden revolution. Wealth gets to one group, French Revolution. Right? It's the same concept over and over.
History repeats itself.
And it's just like, if you are wealthy and you are intelligent, and you don't want this to happen, and you want people to succeed and take yourself out of the animal brain, which is very possible right now, we have enough resources for everybody. Right? It's mind-boggling to me when I'm on this side of town, because I've lived on the other side of town. Yeah. And how unrealistic they think they got it bad, or they think they're like hood or whatever. Kids will tell me stories. And I'm just like, y'all have no clue. Yeah. Y'all have no clue how bad it is out there. Yeah. You just got a fresh pair of J's. Like, come on.
Right. Yeah, dude. It's like, I think about it too, you know, at home or whatever. I'm thinking like, oh man, you know, we're struggling or whatever. And I'm like, but are we though? Like,
I'm not struggling anymore. Like, I'm struggling in the sense of like, I'm trying to build something to be better. Right. But I'm not struggling like I was before. Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I've been through so much worse. And there's people who have been through worse than me.
There's people who have holes in their floor.
Oh yeah, dude. Like,
but people in America think that's only like they're in Haiti. Like, no, it happened right here in San Antonio.
Oh, that's my house, man. I grew up in that. Like,
there's holes in the floor.
I tell Camille all the time, I'm like, dude, I remember like raccoons used to get in our house and like we'd have to like catch them behind the stove and like, you know, this and that. And she's like, literally like, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, it's just, I didn't even think twice about it.
We even ate the raccoon. We got it.
Yeah. I was like, get him.
Those raccoon eyes don't got nothing on me.
But I'm like, dude, and that was, I was a kid just growing up in the city, you know, like that's not some fucking third world country. It's happening right here.
I think people turn a blind eye towards their own people in America a lot of times because they don't think it is possible here. Yeah. They don't think that that's around.
There's no way that could happen.
Because what they do is they take them to fellowships in different countries, but they never take them down to the different parts of their city. And I think that's where the big disconnect is.
That's
right?
interesting.
So if I took someone from the northwest side to south side San Antonio,
Yeah.
they would have their eyes open.
Yeah. We just traveled a few miles, not across the world, not in some other country.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people
20 miles away from me.
Also, I learned too, like people who like move up, they have less empathy for people underneath because they like, I did it.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking like, I did have it bad and I was able to overcome it, but it was so hard to overcome. Like what I did was amazing. It's not normal to do what I did.
Yeah. We just had like a vote here in San Antonio over all of or not San Antonio, in Texas, I guess, over all of the, what the fuck? What am I thinking of? I can't think of the name. All the changes to the Constitution. And there were some right in there that I remember reading, and I was like, it's funny because as a business owner, I can look at this a little bit differently, right? And say like, well, that would benefit me, you know, in the future or, you know, whatever. But I'm like, number one, that's not me right now. Two, I think about,
it'll make it harder for the next person.
I'm like, I think about everybody else. I think about me, right? Like, I'm like, if this was intact when I was trying to come up or whatever, like I would have never made it or would have made it a lot harder than it already was. And I was like, I have to think about this stuff. And it's like, I can totally see how some people would just be like, oh, hell yeah, this, like tax cut for that, this, whatever. But then I'm like, what about the kids in the education system? They're losing all their funding, all of this. And I'm like, dude, I've got a kid, right? Like in the education system. And I'm like, I'm thinking about everyone.
What people don't realize is people have, like in Texas, they've defunded the schools more and more and more. What do you think the outcome's going to be? Worse education.
Yeah.
Where the funding's one of the best in Massachusetts, they're literally like the best, right? Like it literally does make a difference. Like when you could pay a teacher a little bit more.
And I don't understand either, dude, because I'm like, you could look it up. Go on Google.
Colorado's doing better and better.
Where does Texas rank in education?
Oh.
Where does Texas rank in health?
We used to rank a lot higher, but
yeah, where does Texas rank in fucking anything? I can't imagine.
But I'm proud.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, of what? What is there to be proud of right now? Like we've done fucking nothing for any of the kids, any of the people, any of our older generation.
You make it look like you're doing something. I'll give you a perfect example for the state of Texas. Like they just had Google and they're going to have this, they're going to be using a lot of water. Texas does not have water.
We're in a desert. We live in a desert.
It's already like me and Amanda were talking about. It's already like I can't think of the word right now, a resource that we don't have an abundance of. It's been droughts like for the last 10 to 15 years.
Fucked up.
Right. Now we're to add Google doing some more stuff, taking more water. Like where are we to get more water? But they're so worried about like bringing Google in as a business, we're to kill everybody else. And then who's going to pay for your stuff? Right. We think so short term and we think about greed and that's that animal instinct, right? And over, we just do it again. It's just repeat generation. We're at the flip of the generation. This is the deciding factor. The millennial group is supposed to be the hero group.
This podcast is going to have a lot of clips.
Clip. Okay, let's go on to the studies. Let's get towards the end here.
Sorry.
All right. Scientists discover how hair cells can help heal skin faster. Ooh. So the Rockefeller scientists uncovered how hair follicle stem cells can switch from growing hair to repairing skin when nutrients run low. The key lies in serine, an amino acid that activates a stress signal telling cells to conserve energy. When both injury and low serine occur, stem cells fully pivot to the skin repair. They discover they could lead to dietary or medical ways to boost healing. So that's why I think you can heal while being in a fasting state, right? The body just does an amazing job to conserve and use energy in certain ways.
Yeah.
But also, I never thought about it like when you scrape your leg, your hair turns into a skin cell and heals remember, like you scrape it.
Yeah, because like your hair doesn't grow back first, right? Like it heals, it scabs over, it does everything, and then it comes back. That's interesting. I've never thought of that.
That's the only reason I did the article or the study, and I was just like, man, my hair like helps with the healing process.
Yeah.
I need more hair up top.
It is interesting. Yeah. And I think we're finding out more and more, like we are definitely in a direction of using the human body to heal itself, right? We're moving away from,
which I like.
Oh yeah. We're moving away from creating more chemicals or structures or things like that. I was telling you today about one of the companies that I get some medication through, that they have a medication for testosterone that is meant to just boost your body's natural ability to create testosterone, which I'm a little like sad about finding out now. I wish I would have known about that first. I would have tried that first before going the route that I did. Now, who knows? Maybe there's a way to kind of like work back or whatever. I don't really think there is, but it's one of those things where we're like, okay, there's something here, right? We're learning about it. We're moving it forward. And hopefully we get to that in the future where everything is just kind of all intrinsic.
Mm-hmm. Second study, running on little sleep, you're twice as likely to get hurt. So researchers found that runners who sleep poorly face nearly double the injury risk compared to those who rest well. The study highlights that sleep is not just recovery. It's a key factor in preventing injuries. They stress that runners should prioritize rest along training. Simple habits like consistent bedtimes and limiting screens can make a big difference.
Don't take my iPad away, bro. I need to play at Roblox.
No, we talk about sleep all the time.
Yeah.
And I think it's just reiterating that. And it's not just running, it's lifting, doing everyday activities. So we make it seem like it's just fitness, but like, let's say I have to pick up some rock from outside. If I slept normally, it's not going to hurt as bad as when I did with short sleep, right? If I have short sleep, then I might get injured. And
it's one of those things
grip strength's not there.
Talking about like hustle culture, right? A lot of people are like, fuck it, 4 hours sleep. I'll just take my pre-workout and go to the gym and like work out super hard because I'm consistent like that. And
I love Bill Clinton.
And it's like the other day I woke up and I wanted to go to the gym super bad. And I hadn't really slept well. We stayed up late with friends. I woke up and I was like, I am fucking so sore from like my last 2 workouts. And I literally just like paced around my room forever. And I was like, should I go to the gym? Should I just go back to sleep? Like, I really want to go. I have the time, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, if I go to the gym, it's just going to suck. I'm going to have a bad workout. Nothing's going to get done. I'm going to be tired the whole time. And it was funny because
that's why you're little.
Yeah. I should have just gone. Stop being a little bitch. Yeah. I think that you had sent me this and I was like, man, I just read that article that Edwin had sent. And I was like, I should probably just go back to bed. I had already worked out like 4 times that week. Like I was good, but it's one of those things where even I still struggle with that, that sort of like hustle culture thing. But it's like, man, sleep is
it's embedded in you.
It's embedded in me, man.
There's times I'm like, I just got to go. Yeah. And then like, you just feel that like wave. Just like,
no, burnout doesn't exist, bro. What are you talking about? Just be Bill Clinton.
All right, guys, we're gonna end on that note. If you like what we're doing, you like, subscribe. We're on Apple and Spotify. We're also on YouTube. Check our YouTube channel. Like, leave comments. I'm like lost now. Then our StrengthSolutionsPodcast.com, free blogs, free guides, and programs for purchase. You have gift cards there as well. You can do a free assessment. StrengthSolutionsPodcast@gmail.com. Email us future fitness questions. Strength Solutions Podcast for TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Strength Solutions Edwin.
I'm Strength Solutions Nathaniel.
Deuces.
See ya.